Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about hand use and what type of occupations you could do that are involving your hands. So the one I will be discussing today is typing on the computer. So daily relevance of typing on the computer is that as a student, we use it every day if we're typing on our computer or if we're typing like on a Bluetooth keyboard, and most people use it for work. Okay, so here I have my old computer where I will demonstrate to you the occupation that I will be talking about today. So I will just be typing on the computer, and this is just how you do this occupation, whether it's for work, for leisure, etc. Okay, next we are going to be talking about the muscles that are involved in this occupation task. First we are going to go over hand and fingers. To begin with, we're going to go over the intrinsic hand muscles that are involved. The first one being the lubricals. The action for this muscle is that it flexes the fingers at the MCP knuckles, and then it also extends them at the IP joint. The second one is the interosseous, dorsal and palmar. The action for this is that it has finger abduction, adduction, and flexion. The last two intrinsic muscles are the thenar muscles, most specifically the opponentis pollicis. The action for this is that it controls the thumb movement, so when we're typing, it helps us move from spacebar to regular keys. The next one is the hypothenar muscle. This one controls the little finger, so our pinky, just when we're trying to reach different symbols. Okay, so the next topic we're going to go over is the intrinsic muscles from the forearm. The first one is going to be the flexor digitorum superficialis. The action for this is that it flexes the middle phalanges. The second one is going to be the flexor digitorum profundus. This one has the action of flexing the distal phalanges. The third one being the extensor digitorum. This muscle has the action of extending the fingers. And then the fourth one is going to be the flexor pollicis longus, and it has the action of moving the thumb. Now we're going to go into the forearm muscles and how they contribute to this occupation. The first one being the flexor carpi radialis. The action for this is that it flexes the wrist and then it abducts the wrist, so brings inwards. The next one is going to be the flexor carpi ulnaris, and this action is flexing the wrist. The next one is going to be the pronator teres. The action for this is that it pronates the forearm, so that's just bringing the palm to face downwards. The next one is going to be the pronator quadratus, and the action for this is that it also pronates the forearm. So going downwards. Okay, so the next ones that we're going to go over are the muscles of the upper arm that contribute to this occupation. So the first one is going to be the biceps brachii, and the action for this is that it assists the forearm in supination and then elbow flexion. So supination is just palm up, and then elbow flexion is just bending at the elbow, or it will be downwards like that. And then the second one is the triceps brachii. The triceps has the action to keep the elbow extended and semi-flex. So if I were to be typing, it'd be extended and then semi-flex like this. Okay. And then the third one is going to be the deltoid, and that just stabilizes and moves the shoulders. So as we're typing, you may be typing like this, or like with our shoulders back like that. And then the last muscles in the shoulder that help with this occupation are the rotator cuff muscles, so the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, the teres minor, and the subscapularis. They just assist in stabilizing the shoulder joint as we're moving and using our whole entire arm. Okay, so we are also using some muscles in the neck and back. Those are just used in order to support postural aspects. The agonist muscles that are being used in this occupation are the ones that we are stated above. The antagonist muscles are, as you're typing, your fingers are in flexion. Finger flexion is taking place, and the forearm extensors are the antagonist muscles, and then so it would be vice versa. And then the synergist muscles would be the intrinsic hand muscles that are being used in order to support.